Hello everyone, today I bring you excellent news. I'm going to create a remaster for Wrestling is Real. I'm very excited about this because for the longest time I thought it wasn't possible to create a game maybe you need a bit of context. I've always wanted to do this, the proper remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it. But I lost the project files, so instead I created School Fracture, which is pretty much the same game, but with like a few modifications here and there because I couldn't remember the code by memory. But I just found out about a program called Asset Reaper, which allowed me to, just from the playable build of the game, to extract every file and to convert it into a project that I can edit like you see in this screen right here. And I'm very excited about it because I have evolved a lot, I think, both as a game developer and as an artist. So I want to improve pretty much everything that can be improved about this game without having to start over. There is going to be a series of changes that I'm going to make specifically, which is the first thing is I'm going to add the new content to the game. Okay, like I'm going to add more things. I'm going to first off characters. There is 14 right now. I will make sure that it's at least 18. Maybe 20, I'm not really sure yet. And they will be like remodeled using Blender because like the characters you see here, they are done with SketchUp. And SketchUp isn't really good for characters. Like if you want to, at least in my personal opinion, maybe someone will tell me I'm wrong, but like I'm very comfortable using SketchUp for architecture and stuff like that, but for characters, of course, Blender is more preferable. So I'm going to use Blender to remake the characters like I did in 30 Days to Be the Best and School Fracture. Of course, I'm also going to, improve on the architecture. I want to add proper textures instead of these plain colors. I know that probably some of you maybe prefer the style of the arenas the way it is, but I don't know. Like I want to make sure it's a bit more sophisticated, at least compared to what it is now. And I don't know if I can edit the meshes yet because when I did the conversion, not everything went right. For example, all the Text Mesh Pro stuff, it wasn't there. It was replaced by a generic script file, not file, but like you see here. Instead of finding the Text Mesh Pro area where you can edit everything, there is just a generic script component that doesn't do anything. So I will have to replace all of that. There is going to be gameplay changes as well, and here is the thing. I actually think that despite being more flawed, I like the gameplay style of Wrestling is Real more than School Fracture. So I'm going to just polish it up a bit and make sure that the AI is more responsive and that there is less bugs, because last time I played it I did notice a few and I intend to fix them now that I can finally, after all this time. I'm going to make changes, of course, not only to the gameplay, the graphics and all of that, but also to the story of the game, and that is for two reasons. The first one is that a lot of the writing I really, looking back, I really don't like it. It's too melodramatic. I'm not like that anymore. I'm not as emo as I used to be. I want to make it not more like hearted, but to give if bad stuff happens, I don't want to give out spoilers. I want to treat it more seriously. Maybe it's not the right call. Maybe if someone plays the two of them back to back, they will find the original version to be more engaging. But I want to try this experiment. The second reason is I have to change a few details because 30 Days to Be the Best, even though it doesn't really have a lot of correlation with this game story-wise, like they are in the same universe. Like some characters will be reappearing. You know, the protagonist of Wrestling is Real will be like reappearing in 30 Days to Be the Best. I posted even the sprite on my Insta in case you haven't seen it. So I need to make sure that some of the details that I won't spoiler fit to what I'm trying to do with 30 Days to Be the Best. And yeah, that's that. I don't know when the game will come out. I have yet to finish a couple of things with 30 Days, but it will come out. I hope by the end of the year, but maybe that's too optimistic because I really don't know what changes I will have to apply to like this build because some things seem to be a bit not corrupted, like it's not a perfect reproduction of the build I had originally. It's good enough where like the problems I faced during playtesting were minimal, as in you can solve them in a couple of hours, but I will be careful to catch everything wrong that I can find. And yes, that's pretty much everything I have to say about Wrestling is Real for now. I will be back with updates showing the difference between this version and the new one. I will also be, redrawing the sprites. Those will be shown too, of course, before the game's release because I have a graphic tablet now and I want to flex how good of an artist I have become now that I have this new power. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you are excited, at least a tenth of how excited I am, because this is really cool to me. This is really dope. This is gonna be great. And I think I'm gonna start working like in full force after I release 30 Days to Be the Best. Until then, I'm just gonna fuck around a bit. But other than that, yes, I am very excited for this, and I hope I have something by the end of the year. Have a good day, everyone.